welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm kind of doing a bit of a life update really. I know it's a bit late, but I'm really sorry about that. It's been crazy busy. So it's now December and I have been into university and finished the first module, and I'm now partway through my placement. So I thought maybe it might be best to kind of start from the beginning. So I started university at the end of September and it's just gone so quickly ever since. My first module was on compassion and professionalisation, and I really enjoyed it. It was one of those that I kind of wasn't expecting, but I feel like it was a really good introduction to the degree. It kind of got you thinking about things that you wouldn't normally think about, but are also really important. And you kind of think about compassion and empathy and your own ethics and values in a way that you didn't really before. And I found that it has prepared me really well for communicating with women, but also understanding the midwifery profession more, especially in terms of things like regulation and reports such as better births and changing childbirth. So I have really enjoyed it. I then went into placement 4 weeks ago now, and I've absolutely loved it. I've been working in community, but because of where I'm placed, I sometimes rotate into the birth centre, which I've been to twice, and it's been absolutely incredible. I've really enjoyed working in community. It was one of those that I didn't really know what to expect, and I felt that every kind of trust has it a bit differently. But where I'm at, it's just a really nice base with several midwives, and everybody's so lovely and got on really well, and it's just a really lovely atmosphere and place to be. And I've learned so much, and it's unbelievable, to be honest, because in terms of anatomy and physiology and things like that, we hadn't really learnt a lot before placement, because that's all coming up in the next few modules. But I've just found that I've learned so much, and some days you'll come home and you think, my brain is about to explode. And I've also been seeing, like, on Facebook groups like the Secret Community for Midwives in the Making, everybody talking about their applications and applying to university, and I just think, oh my gosh, that was me last year, and there's all these new aspiring midwives applying to university, and I remember being in, like, your shoes and how exciting, scary and nervous it all is, and it's just weird to be on the other end of it now and actually being here. So I hope that you're finding your applications okay and that you're all preparing for interviews, and I really wish you all the best of luck in getting a place, because it's certainly exceeded any expectations I had, and I had quite high expectations. So yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. I just feel like you expect a certain thing, and I was expecting to absolutely love it, but also I've found that I've loved it even more than I ever could have imagined. I get on so well with my mentor, all the other midwives. They all inspire me so much, and I feel like working with other midwives kind of shows you what kind of midwife you want to be, and you'll find that every midwife works a little bit differently, and it's lovely seeing their experience and their knowledge and kind of taking that in and finding things that work, and it's just brilliant. I've been practicing clinical skills like venipuncture, manual blood pressure, urinalysis, all sorts of things like that, and it's crazy to think I literally started 4 weeks ago, and I've kind of just been and dived straight into this with I felt like I wasn't expecting to be as immersed into it as I am, because a lot of people said, well, you might find that this placement's a lot of observation, that your first one, but I've definitely been chucked in right at the deep end, and I really love that. I think I've got a really good balance between not being pushed too far out of my comfort zone and definitely taking things steady in terms of making sure I'm confident in what I'm doing. But also there is an element of pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. And I think that's really important, and that's definitely something I've learned. And from speaking to my mentor and other midwives, they appreciate when a student will take any opportunity. And I mean, that doesn't mean to do something if you don't feel comfortable with it, don't. But of course, when it's your first time doing something, like your first ever time taking blood, you're going to be nervous and you don't know whether it's going to be okay. But the likelihood is it will be, and you'll be fine, and it'll go okay. But just put yourself in that situation where you're going to say, yes, okay, I'll give it a go. And I think that's the best way to learn and, you know, just keep growing, really. I'm kind of, it's a bit of a bittersweet moment at the minute because I have 2 weeks left of placement, and then it's Christmas, and then we go back into uni for 6 weeks. And on the one hand, I'm really excited to start the next module and kind of learn more of the anatomy and kind of let things click a bit. So things that I've seen in practice will now click with the anatomy and physiology side of things and kind of make a lot more sense. But I'm also really quite sad to be leaving my community placement, just because it's one of those, even though I'm waking up sometimes at 5:15 in the morning, I love it. I could wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'd still love it to get there, but I've just found it an incredible experience, and I'm really excited to go back out onto placement, which the next one will be on the birth centre, which is so exciting. But no, I will be sad as well to be leaving behind my mentor and all the other wonderful midwives that I've met at my placement. But hopefully I'll be back there again at some point. So yeah, it's all a bit bittersweet, to be honest, but I'm really enjoying it. Moving on to more videos that I'm hoping to make. I am hoping to make some more videos about interviews. I'm going to start filming a series for that, because I know that it's been quite a highly requested video, the preparing for interviews. So I'm definitely going to release a few of those. If you want to let me know in the comments whether you'd rather have one general video on interviews or if you'd like several, so if you want one specifically on multiple mini interviews and then one on group interviews, things like that, and I can break it down. But I think for now I will just make one main one, put it up there, and then if anybody wants extra ones or more in-depth ones, I'm happy to do that. But I'm going to start with doing a preparing for your interview first and foremost. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been really nice to kind of get back into filming. I know I've not been, you know, on top of it that much recently, but I'm definitely going to get back to it. And thank you for watching. So I'll see you soon. Bye.